Welcome to Arcade Audio.
Germs, welcome to Dilettante Ball. I'm Johnny.
I'm Spencer.
Here on Dilettante Ball, we go on Wikipedia.
We click on an article.
And we talk about it.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, it's 3:44.
Okay, so that's how we're going to do it. That was probably the most graceful way into that, probably, I think.
I think I need to just like do it bad enough times to remember to do it, right. And then I can start finessing.
We have
a
Patreon. Patreon.com/arcadeaudio.
344.
I'm real blunt about every piece of information.
I feel like there was something that I saw or read that I wanted to talk about on this show.
Was it John Wick 3?
No, did you?
I did. It was fine. I left being a little like nonplussed. I was like a little not let down is too strong of a word.
Yeah.
But also I didn't leave with like an overwhelming sense of like, oh hell yeah, dude, that movie was sick. It was just a little too much.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But I will see the next one. So I don't know what that says about me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I saw. I saw Detective Pikachu, but I think I probably talked about that already.
I think I saw a spoiler for like the ending, and I was actually shocked because I was unaware that movie could have spoilers. Yeah. Especially to the degree with which I think the spoiler is. I was like, I'm sorry, what the fuck? Although the only thing that stinks about it, like, the spoiler kind of makes me want to watch the movie, which is an interesting marketing tactic.
Mm-hmm.
But I also wish I wouldn't have found out. Basically, like, the window for hearing the spoiler is like 3 weeks. And if I would have made it outside of 3 weeks, I would never have known. And so imagine me 6-7 years from now, someone tells me the thing, and I'd be like, I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say? You know?
You've gone all this time not seeing it, and it's like, wait,
hold on.
What?
It's been very funny.
What movie do you think has like the biggest like twist ending? And I mean, obviously nothing.
I'm so hesitant to even say names of movies. I'll say one.
I mean, I guess classics is what I'm thinking. You know, not anything that's come out in the last. Like,
well, the one I'm thinking of is a movie that came out in 2003, and then it had a remake in 2013. And it's a very good movie, but I'm hesitant to. Oh well, I'll just say it doesn't matter. I won't spoil anything, but I'll say Old Boy has is a very good movie and has a very fun twist. I
couldn't even begin to guess what that movie is about at all.
I won't. Well, I'll tell you the premise is cool. The premise is like this guy. So the original one is a Korean movie with people we're probably not super familiar with in terms of actors.
Sure.
But the remake had Josh Brolin and was done by Spike Lee.
Oh shit.
And what's her name? Elizabeth Olsen is in it. Elizabeth Olsen plays the Scarlet Witch in the Marvel movies.
Oh, I thought you were going to say an old boy.
Elizabeth Olsen is the old boy. So the basic premise is this guy gets kidnapped and out of nowhere gets kidnapped and held in like a hotel room for like 20 years. Okay. And then like one day he wakes up and he's been let go.
Fuck.
And so the rest of the movie is him trying to be like, what the fuck just happened? Like,
I hate that.
Yeah. So that's like the first 10 minutes of the movie, like, and then the rest of the movie goes from there.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does, but it's a really good movie. Both of them are pretty good. Like the remake is even pretty good. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I can't even really think of any. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to just like rattle off.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
here's some of the movies you should watch because of the cool twist ending.
There's the big Star Wars one, obviously.
Yeah, where episode 1 turned out to be not that good.
That'd be, man. What was? There's no way. But was like Anakin being Darth Vader? Were you not supposed to know? You had.
No, you knew. Like you definitely knew. It was on the posters.
That's true.
Yeah, him with the shadow. I mean, that's maybe one.
That's
of the
pretty
best,
iconic.
Yeah, of like all time, one of the best movie posters.
Was
that movie the ratio, like the gulf between that poster and the movie is so vast. Like that's one of the all-time greatest posters, I think. And I'm not saying the movie is dog shit. I'm just saying like the movie is not one of the all-time greatest movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Were you supposed to know that Palpatine is the Emperor?
That was one of the things where like as I was watching the prequels, I was trying to be like, maybe it's not like to my own self to try to like preserve some level of but the whole time it seemed pretty obvious. It looked just like the Emperor. It had, you know what I mean? Like,
well, it was
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It turned out it was like the twist was there was no twist. Are there movies like that where you're like, this can't be right, this can't be what's happening, and then it just is what's happening?
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Like an anti-twist. If there was such a movie, it would probably be in the late 90s or early 2000s when like movies with twists were huge. You know, like Fight Club and fucking what's the Sixth Sense, like all those type movies.
There's what are they called where people will like write their tag or whatever on a postage label or like a shipping label and then put it like a slap.
Oh, slap. It might just be called a slap.
Slap stank. There's one of those like out on the corner.
It's sort of like a form of graffiti, sort of.
Yeah. And it just says Fight Club is a bad movie.
I've seen those around the city, actually.
That's very funny.
Yeah. It's interesting that there's Fight Club backlash now, like 20 years later. It's sort of like we're sort of like making up for toxic masculinity, like it's only come into, I don't want to say vogue because that makes it sound like it's a fad or something.
Right.
But we've only, as a country, have only realized it recently. Mm-hmm. You know, does that make sense? I'm not trying to be like,
yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Cut all this
because like they're right to point that shit out. Because like, if there's a guy that's like our age, if there's a guy who's 30 who's like, oh, I fucking love Fight Club, then he needs to like reassess his values. But when I was 15, that shit was raw, dude.
I watched that movie.
Yeah.
Just every weekend.
It's interesting the kind of things we used to like be really into.
I just realized we have not gotten an article.
Oh no, I knew that.
I
just want to talk about Fight Club, dude.
Oh
shit! You know what I just realized?
Jack's Wikipedia article.
We just broke the first rule of Fight Club, man. Oh fuck! You know what I just realized? Yeah, that's the good shit.
Man, it really crossed my mind to end it there. Fuck.
Yeah, maybe this will be a good article.
This is we're paying for our for getting Brittany and Kevin chaotic. Jessica's like, I wish you talked about that more.
Maybe we'll do a mini series or something. You know, like what do you call that? Like a limited release series or something.
A made for TV movie.
Yeah,
a made for TV event. Christian interpretations of Virgil's Eclogue 4.
Oh no!
Eclogue.
We are being punished. You're right.
Eclogue 4.
Let's start there.
Well, here's some. This will help.
Okay, good.
Also known as the fourth Eclogue.
Oh,
is the name of a Latin poem by the Roman poet Virgil.
Okay.
Part of his first major work, the Eclogues, the piece was written around 40 BC during the time of temporary stability following the Treaty of Brundisium.
Okay.
It was later published in and around the years 39 to 38 BC. The work describes the birth of a boy, a supposed savior.
Oh, shit.
Who once of age will become divine and eventually rule over the world.
Oh, shit.
During late antiquity and the Middle Ages, a desire emerged to view Virgil's...
Why did you just do that?
I don't know.
Like your brain stopped.
Virgil as a virtuous pagan, and as such, early Christians such as Roman Emperor Constantine, early Christian theologian Lactantius, and St. Augustine, to varying degrees, reinterpreted the poem to be about the birth of Jesus Christ.
Okay. Dude, anytime you start getting into like history and stuff, it really like it really cuts the legs out. Well, I mean, I was gonna say it cuts the legs out from like religion, or at least Christianity.
Well, the thing I think that they're saying, because this was written before.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like,
it's like
he came up with the story 40 years before this homeboy was, you know, like.
Well, but it's also, see, that's the thing is like, yeah, he wrote this, but also all of that stuff was literally already in the Bible, like in the Old Testament. It's like a dude's gonna come, this is gonna happen, he's gonna be the dude.
Interesting. Is that factually accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like all in the Old Testament. So then, which was already
fuck.
Because
so we have to go back farther.
That's how they knew. That's how they knew to say, oh, we're Christians now. Because that's the dude.
Okay, that's the dude. We're talking about the Big Lebowski, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one thing we talked about before on the podcast, so I won't delve too far into it, but the flood story.
Oh yeah, everybody got one.
Everyone for like fucking thousands of years. So like I don't know. It's just like all these stories are just like rewritten stories.
What
is there a movie like that where the same movie keeps getting made over and over again, but like everyone knows it, but everyone's cool with it because it's like a good story?
I mean,
hero's journey shit. But
so first of all, I thought what you were asking me was so stupid because I thought you meant, did someone make a movie where in that movie people keep making the same movie and everyone in this movie world is
what a bizarrely specific question I would have been asking.
And the first thing that went to my head was like, well, no, but I went through the haunted house for the film Happy Death Day, which seems to be someone reliving the same thing over and over again, which is just Groundhog's Day,
right,
but spooky.
Someone, I think it might have been Rich, the Pod Daddy Rich, pointed out that
PDR.
Now that you, or as long as you're willing to accept that Groundhog Day is just a genre now,
oh yeah,
then it's okay, and everything's not just ripping Groundhog Day off. But like there are lots of that type of movie now. So maybe that's my answer. Everyone's just remaking Groundhog Day over and over again, which how fucking ironic is that?
Holy shit.
Dude, what the fuck is that about that we just cracked? Because like off the top of my head, you got Groundhog's Day, you got whatever the movie you're talking
Groundhog
about
Day
is.
2.
Lost in New York. And then there was the Netflix thing that just came out. The name escapes me. What is it? It's got the woman from Orange is the New Black in it. Oh, you definitely. Oh, it's Russian Dolls.
Okay,
which is good. It's good.
Live, Die, Repeat.
Live, Die, Repeat, which got a new name called like Event Horizon or something.
The one on the train that I watched alone and drank beer in the theater. We talked about it.
Yeah,
Mainframe, Source Code.
There you go. So it's like Groundhog Day is a genre, and it's the movie that keeps getting made over and over again.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Freaky Friday is also a genre.
Oh, like body switch type shit. Okay. Or even you could even expand it to something like it's very, very similar, like 13 going on 30 type shit, where it's like you're body switching with your own self.
Okay, so like a Big.
Oh yeah, like a Big. There's a movie that just came out.
Little.
Which is it called Little?
It's reverse big, and it's the same people. Like it's the same. It's in the Bigaverse.
Is that true?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. Well, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have any intention of seeing it. It looks like a bad movie to me.
Yeah, but
that is fun.
Yeah,
and I have to give them props for that. Okay, interesting.
What other movies could they just do like the reverse of?
Oh no, like Little Mermaid,
Big Mermaid.
Smell you later. Was that episode too short? Maybe we could put a big stinger or something.
I'll slow it down.
That's really funny. What a really funny way that bet we could get away with.
Just like a little.
Yeah, just like juice it by like a minute, basically. Mm-hmm. It's really funny.
Were they okay?
Were they on Quaaludes or something? That's a really funny idea. I don't know how long we were talking beforehand.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, it's fine. It is what it is.
I feel like the last few have honestly been a little beefier than usual.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah.
And this one's going to be 45 minutes.
Thank you for playing Arcade Audio. Play more at arcadeaudio.net.